Welcome to the remixing portion of this class. So now that you have Scratch skills, you can remix projects and start making your own code. It's a lot easier to start with a pre-made skeleton of a game or animation than to make your own from scratch. And that's really the point of the system itself, because Scratch is named after how DJs will take songs and they'll scratch on the record and they'll remix and combine songs to make a brand new song. So it's really encouraged for you to take projects and remix them to make them your own. First thing you'll need to do is you'll need to go to scratch.mit.edu. Once there, you're going to need to make your own account. I already have my own, so I'm going to log in. Now that you've logged in, you can save your work. So right here, this project has 74 favorites, 104 likes. It's been seen this many times, and it's been remixed 148 times. So that means 148 people have taken this and remixed it and made it their own. So you see the game is, you click on the character, he makes a little sound, he disappears, reappears, you get a point for every single time. If you're too slow, he will disappear, so you don't get a point. What I want you to do for this project is to remix it by change what happens when you catch the gobo. He's the gobo, he's a mascot of Scratch. Make more sprites to catch, so you could copy him, have different characters of the hit. And you could add a timer, so that way when it hits 0, it will go away. And the game will be over. So first thing you do is click See Inside, and here's all the code. You see there's a stage, and then there's a sprite, and that's it. So right here it tells you right here what the script does. It's very nice. This is called a comment. You can make those by right-clicking and adding a comment. Type a smaller number of seconds to make it harder to catch the gobo, such as 0.5. So right now you can make that to 0.5, and also you could change what happens when it's clicked. So we could add another costume, but we'll get into that in a second. The first thing you want to do, if you want to work on this project, you need to hit Remix, and it's going to save a copy of this project and add it to your own folder of stuff. So we're going to click on Remix. So now we're able to save it, so it's loading a copy to my own personal files. So now I have this own copy in a thing called My Stuff. So right here, that's like my documents. That's where everything you do is saved. It's saved online. So if you work at school, go at home, it's going to be at home. It's all cloud-based and online. So this sets the score to 0. This makes the gobo go to the middle. This shows, it says click me to score points for 2 seconds, and he starts bouncing around. The way he bounces around, he picks random directions. Again, negative 200, positive 200. For the X, because this you see right here, it goes to 240. If you watch the screen, it's negative 240 on this side on the X. Positive 240 on this X. Then it has negative 140 to the 140 here, because this is positive 140 here, but 180 I mean. Negative 180. The reason you do 140 and 200, you don't want to go all the way to the edge, because you don't want to pop them off the edge. You want to stay in the boundaries. So you could make that bigger, smaller. I mean, bigger wouldn't do much, smaller make it easier. And he's going to show, and he's going to wait 0.7 seconds, so that's how long you have to hit him before he disappears again. When he's clicked, he changes the score by 1. You play the sound pop. Zoop. So what we could do is we could, for instance, I'm going to make it so that he has another costume. So when you hit him, he's like, oh, I'm going to make him look mad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on him. Then I'm going to get my brush tool out. And then I'm going to give him some angry eyebrows, but I'm going to make them thicker. So I want big brush lines. So I'll make him some angry eyebrows. I'm going to name this Angry. I'll name this Happy. So we'll go to the scripts right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it so that every single time every time I click him, he is going to show that he is angry. He'll go angry, then play the sound, because if you do the sound, then angry, he'll play the sound, then change to the costume. I want him to play in the sound. I want him to change to angry before he plays the sound. Now you change his costume. So that means once I hit him, he's going to be angry. He's going to stay angry, you see. Even if I hit the stop button and hit play, he's still going to be mad. Because in this right here, it's the flag clicked. It does all of this. It only does this when I click. Right here, there's nothing that says anything about the costume. So we need to put something in there that will set it back to a normal gobo. If I put it here, that's all well and good, but that will only do it once when the game starts. Right here, he'll be angry again. So again, if I click it, click on me to score points, I click on him. Once I hit him, he's angry. He's going to stay angry. So he's not angry in the beginning anymore, as you can see right here, but he's still angry in this forever loop. So I need to pick a place in this forever where I'm going to put change costume to happy. So I'm going to put it, so here's where he hides, here's where he waits, and he shows up again. Right here, and then he waits. So I want him to be happy before the show up. I could do it before here, I could do it here or here, I could really do it anywhere, but we want to do it somewhere between the hide and the show. So I'm just going to go and put it right here. So he'll turn back to happy while he's invisible. I'll click on that. Click on me to score points. Click on him. Click on him. Click on him. But then here's the problem, is that he's not really even showing that he's angry. So what we're going to do here, because he's switching too fast, you see. So we're going to try to put a wait. And I'll change it to the same time that's here, 0.7. So he's angry. Oh, I didn't put a time right there. Number pad was off, 0.7. Try it again. Click on him, he's angry. Problem is that he's disappearing. If I get there fast enough, you can see that he's angry. So right about there. So let's change this. Let's try 0.8. Let's make it a little longer. So 0.8. Well, we'll just try 1 second for now. So click on angry. So now you can see there's enough time that makes him angry. So really this weight doesn't matter much right here. We can probably even take that off. So you see with Scratch you just got to play with it. You got to be willing to test, experiment. So that seems pretty good right there to me. So what I asked you to do is asked you to add. So you could add a sprite by duplicating it, and you could do just as simple as just bringing in a different character. So we just bring in a different one. It might take a second to load, so I'm going to bring in this bat. So what I'm going to do is, I didn't copy it, so I brought in a whole new sprite. I made a little mistake there. What I'm going to do, so you see this brings in a whole new sprite as I just demonstrated. If you want to bring in the bat on the one you already copied, first of all you could rename it by clicking the I. We'll name this one bat. And this is where you do that flipping thing that we showed before. It shows you where he's at, his directions, put him back. Then I'll come here and bring in the bat. You see the bat has 2 costumes, so you can use one for when he gets hit, kind of like we did with the Gobo. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to scripts, then you're going to change this to bat, change it to bat, change it to bat. So now you have 2 characters bouncing around. So you have 2 different options to hit. And so we just need to add a timer. I'm going to go ahead and let you try to do that on yourself. Just know that you're going to need to create you need to create a variable, and also you need to put a weight on it, because Scratch, if you say subtract 1 from timer, it's going to keep going too fast. So you need to put a weight on it so it counts by seconds. So try it out, see what you can make, and have fun with it.